Hello, my name is Franco Tenelli, and this is Science of Singing. In this program, I'm going to talk about vocal education, as well as education in general, and of course, our topic is the secret every vocalist should know. What confuses acoustic singer most of all? As vocalists, we often ask questions, how to do this or that. There is a hidden controversy in the question itself. Problem of this question is insidiously hidden from us. Because on the surface, it's a very normal, standard question. We ask this question millions of times, especially when we learn something from someone. Let's be more specific. Let's say we have a vocal masterclass with our idol singer, and we also amazed by his technique skills. What can we do to benefit from this masterclass? So there's nothing wrong to ask the question, how do you do it? How do you do it, maestro? But if we look deeper at this, the real question is, what should I do to achieve your results? So the question is, how do you do it? Basically, insidiously has this question, what should I do to achieve your results? Don't forget, we are talking not just to a coach, but to a singer coach who can also show you. The vast majority of singers don't really know what they do from so-called objective point of view. We're going to look at this objective point of view, how objective it is anyways, because there is no such objectivity. All great singers know what they're doing perfectly from subjective point of view. That's why, in order to become a great vocalist, one should master his or her own sensations inside the body, sensations of resonance, muscles, and so-called vocal ear sensations. The idea of so-called objective sensations comes from not vocalists. This idea comes from old instrumental coaches who never even imagine that the singer can even have some kind of personal sensations. And they were teaching them so-called objective ways. For that, Lily Lemon was greatly opposed. She said, singers should not try to project his voice, for example, in the end of the hole. It should rather master his own or her own sensation inside the body. And that is the most important thing for us as singers to achieve. Her sole and great mistake, though, was that she thought that our subjective sensations can be put into a system working for all. That simply meant that all sopranos' physical sensations match each other. So when the teacher suggests something like, feel it at the back of your head or up front in a mask, basically teacher naively thinks that he is suggesting undisputed universal sensations. I know I repeat myself many times on that subject, but it seems to me there's a very little understanding about this, in spite of my efforts to deliver this message. Great majority of singing teachers won't even imagine that the same voice can have their own sensations, different from their own. And since they play the role of authority in this particular class, they confuse their students. You see, the paradox is that the personal sensations are the most important for all singers. Those sensations are our undisputed personal guides. But listen carefully. I repeat, our personal sensations, not sensations of our teacher. The problem comes usually that singer, regardless to his level, never hears himself objectively. I mean acoustic singer, of course, except for when he listened to his recordings. And I don't know how objective we can call recordings, on the other hand. Of course, teacher may suggest some sensations, but he should wake up his student attention to his own sensation as a mechanism of learning technique. I know at the beginning, many students might be confused that they have to pay attention to themselves more than usual. And that's an intelligent approach, opposed to sleeping mind approach. Talking about education in general, we know that today thinking is suppressed even in such faculties as psychology or philosophy. I mean independently. It's no less but systemic crisis in our education. Education on all levels. Very few reputed universities in the world has taken different approach to it. Imagine a philosophy student comes to a professor with a question, expecting him to give him a clear answer. Instead of giving him an answer, teacher suggests that the student himself thinks about this problem and later comes to the class to discuss it. Instead of having a ready answer that undisputedly conditions mind, this stimulates real thinking. In our schools, where we basically start our education, we have different types of students too. Troublemakers, let's call them Einstein type, and knowledge conformists. Einstein type is never satisfied with superficial knowledge or answers. Always ask difficult questions that annoy teacher, because he refuses to accept knowledge just by memorization. On the other hand, knowledge conformist student never bothers himself questioning anything that he learns from education. For him, education is almost like a religious institution. America's prominent scientist, physicist, Lawrence Krauss, mentions this as education's biggest flaw: inability to confront the authority with questions. So if we deny the best tool in real education as constant questioning authority, we are going to be extremely conditioned and basically learn like robots, meaning learning nothing. The process of learning voice should bring small discovery every day you learn. Remember, lazy people never achieved anything, and I don't necessarily mean physically lazy. I mean brain lazy. If our educational system is constructed, the attitude that everything is known already, don't bother thinking, just memorize, then we are in big trouble. I will try to translate this in the vocal language. In our particular vocal case, it sounds like this: don't bother about your own sensations. You don't have them. They're known. I have them for you. They are well stated in this book or that book. We buy this idea without too much hesitation, and the moment we buy it, we are in a trap. Unfortunately, today we have a great deal of teachers who learn this unintelligent way and continue to teach this unintelligent way. So it's catch-22.